Now, this is their top fill crystal design hummingbird feeder. It comes along with the hook, so you have everything you need to take it right out of that QVC box and hang it up so that you can attract those beautiful hummingbirds. You want to bring them closer to you, right, so that you can enjoy them. We have this in 4 different colors. We know that hummingbirds are attracted to bright colors, so this is a simple and easy way to give them their nourishment and also beautify your garden. So you are looking at fuchsia. We have about 750 available in the fuchsia. Here's, oh, gorgeous ocean blue, about 475 there. Here's seafoam green. We are most limited there. Just about 350 remain. And here with me on set, this is the beautiful, beautiful red. You are getting that gorgeous crystal design. I love that you get the steel handles as well. And this is a top feeder. So that means it makes it so easy to not only fill, but also to clean. Your item number, M80041, bring it home for $34. Let's invite Sean Pickford in. He is representing Perky Pet. Sean, it's always great to see you.
Good to see you as well.
And I feel like we are in the best of hands when we talk about a hummingbird feeder, because from my understanding, Perky Pet, you guys designed the very first hummingbird feeder back in 1959.
Yeah, you are exactly correct. So they know what they're talking about when it comes to designing these hummingbird feeders. We've made it easier because we put that large opening on the top for your top fill. So you can make your own nectar. You can buy it from the store, however you want to do it. It's very simple, very easy to do. But, oh, a long time ago, you had to untwist the bottom and fill it that way, then flip it over and hope you didn't spill it all over the place.
This is so easy.
Perky Pet came up with the new design. They came up with that great hook so you can hang it down a little bit lower to be closer to the hummingbirds. And there's a whole lot of thought when it comes to why they designed this the way they did. So this is all glass, okay? The perches on here are made out of a polypropylene so they don't get hot in the sun, so the birds don't burn their feet. And the hollyhock flowers that are on here are bright red because that's one of the colors they're most attracted to. And they love that hollyhock flower because it has the most amount of nutrients that they need, because let's face it, these guys can flap their wings thousands of times per minute. So they need a lot of nectar to keep going all day long.
That's so true. Sean, I can't tell you how often I've mistaken a hummingbird for a big bumblebee, because it's so hard to keep your eyes on them because they're moving so fast. So we know they move fast. They're flapping their wings so many times a minute. When you talk about the nourishment, what is the nectar that you need to put in there? Do you buy it? Do you make it? How do you get the nectar in, and where do you source it from?
Okay, so you can do it either way. You can buy it at any of the local home stores if you want to do that, or you can look it up online, and it's basically 4 parts water to 1 part granulated sugar. You have to put it in a pot, put it on the stove, bring it up to temperature so all the sugar dissolves in it, okay?
Yeah.
That way it's almost like a cloudy type water solution is what you're putting in here. So that's what you need to do to make it at home if you want to do that. Like I said, you can look it up online. There's plenty of recipes out there. You do not need to add any coloring to it. If you buy stuff that has coloring in it, that is okay. But
you don't need the food coloring like people used to think that you did.
Right, but that's why we made these so attractive in color, because that's one of the things they're attracted to is color itself. That's why people say, well, how do they know it's a hummingbird feeder? The colors and the flowers that we put on here draw the hummingbird to the hummingbird feeder itself.
Sean, can you guide us through the colors? Because I think that would be really helpful. You've got all of them there right with you. So why don't you guide us through?
So this one is your fuchsia here. It's like a bright purple that you can see. So, and these look really cool when they reflect in the sun. This one here is more like a bottle green, and I'll step out of the way so you can see a little bit more of the green color to it. So that's your green.
We're most limited in that seafoam green, most limited in the seafoam.
There's your ocean blue. So that's another great looking color there. All right. And then the last one we have here is the one I believe you have in the studio there, which is your red. So this is a nice bright red that comes with it. And it also comes with the decorative hook that you have hanging on it. So I love the hook because I hang these out. I have a covered porch out back. And I used to put them out in the yard. And I realized, wait, that's too far away. I can't see those little guys flying around. So now we put them under the porch roof and we hang them there. We can actually sit underneath and watch them above us, because as long as you're not moving around, those hummingbirds will come really close to you in order to feed.
Oh my goodness. I love what you're saying about hanging them closer so that you can truly enjoy them. But I also
Right.
appreciate that you gave us such a beautiful decorative hook. So whether it be in a tree or under a patio or on a windowsill, like you said, you're getting the beauty of that decorative hook. And of course, you're inviting the beauty of nature with those gorgeous hummingbirds coming a little closer. Sean, I have a question for you. When we talk
Sure.
about the base, why are these little flowers, those perches, why did you decide to do those in that soft, pliable material as opposed to metal? It seems like it would have been so much easier to just do metal little perches.
Well, we looked at it this way and said, okay, if we do them in metal, they will get really hot because a lot of times these are going to be in direct sunlight.
Yeah.
We don't want the birds landing on there and they're burning their feet when they're landing on there.
Oh,
So that's why we
sure.
made it that way so that they stay cool, so that when they land on it, they don't have anything to worry about it. And let's face it, these guys need a place to perch when they come to feed because they fly, I mean, pretty much, oh, let's say if they're out 10 hours a day, 8 of those hours, they're flying around looking for food. So
Yeah.
we wanted somewhere where they could rest a little bit while they were getting the nectar. And we also designed that hollyhock type flower there with a very long stem in it. That way that the nectar doesn't ooze out. You may have seen on other hummingbird feeders that you've tried where the nectar starts to come out, then it attracts the bees. Well, we put a longer stem on the flower so that the solution stays in there because those guys have a really long beak and a tongue that comes out at the end so they can get plenty down in there to get the nectar and it doesn't attract any bees.
You know, Sean, this is such a simple and easy way to really bring the family together. I feel like
Yes.
now more than ever, our kids, I mean, I have a 7-year-old. She already has a phone. She already has, you know, children appropriate games on her iPad. Now more than ever, we're all tied to our electronic devices. So what a wonderful way to reconnect with nature, to sit outside with your kids or your grandkids and watch these beautiful creatures come in close and to teach them about those birds. Sean, what are some interesting facts about hummingbirds that most people may not know?
Well, hummingbirds are actually a migratory bird. So they are migrating now. They should be in our area here around the second week of April. They're one of the only birds that can fly backwards and side to side.
Wow.
So, and as far as bright colors go, it's the male that's the bright color. The female is not as bright colors. So, I mean, it's really unique. They have a really long beak on them, but out of that beak comes their tongue where they get the nectar. So they are also a little bit territorial. So if you put them out there and you see two of them kind of going at it, they pretty much are, because one's trying to say, hey, this is my hummingbird feeder. Go to the one over there.
So our friends need to pick up a couple. Is that what you're saying? So that they don't fight over them.
We have multiple ones. So.
Let's go through our colors one more time. Here with me, red, most popular. In front of Sean, you also, oh, well, here's your fuchsia. Thanks, you guys. Next up is that gorgeous seafoam green. Oh, that's your ocean blue. Here is your seafoam green. All right. Thank you so much, Sean. Always great to see you.
Thank you. Have a good rest of your show.
Okay, thanks. All right, that's
Bye-bye.
the Perky Pet Top Fill Crystal Design Hummingbird Feeder. $34 or $11 and change on Easy Pay. Now, if you are wondering about my super cute